It's that time again when everyone is thinking about New Year's resolutions.
And while many people give up on their resolutions, research suggests they can actually be effective.
Especially when it comes to finances.
Right. A lot of people want to improve their financial well-being.
And the new year seems like the perfect time for a fresh start.
Exactly.
So let's talk about why financial resolutions work and how to set achievable goals.
One of the main reasons they work is something called the fresh start effect.
That sounds interesting. What is it?
Basically, the start of a new year creates this feeling of a clean slate.
Like a psychological reset button.
Yeah, kind of. It lets people approach their goals with renewed optimism.
So it's not just about willpower, but also about taking advantage of that fresh start feeling.
Absolutely. But it's also important to set realistic goals.
Because aiming too high can lead to discouragement.
Exactly. It's better to break down those big goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
So instead of saying, I want to save more money, you should be more specific.
Right. A better goal would be something like, I'm going to save $200 every month in my college savings account.
That makes it more measurable and gives you a clear action plan.
Exactly. And for people who feel overwhelmed by budgeting, it's crucial to start small.
So maybe focus on reducing one expense or setting aside a small amount each week.
Exactly. Any progress is better than none. And don't forget to reward yourself for sticking to the plan.
Little treats can make a big difference in staying motivated.
Absolutely. Another tip is to reframe how you think about budgeting.
Instead of seeing it as restrictive, you mean?
Right. Think of it as a way to prioritize your spending and reach your goals.
Like allocating money for a vacation or a down payment on a house.
Exactly. And if you struggle with impulse purchases, there are ways to minimize temptation.
Like unsubscribing from those tempting promotional emails.
Exactly. Or you can automate your savings so you don't even have to think about it.
That takes willpower out of the equation.
Exactly. And speaking of savings, financial security is a major concern for a lot of people.
So it's no surprise that saving more money is a popular New Year's resolution.
Right. People are worried about unexpected expenses and want to feel more secure.
And that brings us to the importance of building an emergency fund.
Which is absolutely crucial for handling those unexpected situations.
Like job loss, medical bills, or sudden car repairs.
It's recommended to have 3 months' worth of living expenses saved up.
That way, you're less likely to go into debt if something unexpected happens.
Exactly. And it's worth checking if your employer offers any programs to help build those savings.
Because those programs can make a big difference.
So we talked about how New Year's resolutions can be a really good tool for improving your finances.
Especially that fresh start effect. It's amazing how much our mindset can impact our financial behavior.
Yeah, the new year is like a time marker.
A chance to separate yourself from past mistakes.
Right. It gives you this renewed sense of optimism.
A motivation to really tackle those financial goals.
Exactly. And it's important to remember that those past setbacks, they don't have to define your future.
You can embrace this fresh start and make positive changes.
Absolutely. But staying consistent throughout the year, that can be tough.
So what can people do to maintain that momentum?
Breaking down those big goals into smaller, more manageable steps is key.
It's like creating mini milestones along the way.
Exactly. That sense of accomplishment, even from small wins, it can really keep you going.
It's all about building that momentum and feeling like you're making progress.
Right. And sometimes it's helpful to get some expert advice.
Like talking to a financial advisor.
Exactly. They can help you assess your situation and figure out the best strategies.
So you can create a plan that's tailored to your specific needs and goals.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about a specific goal that's often at the top of those resolution lists: building an emergency fund.
It's so important, but a lot of people struggle with it. Why is that?
Well, sometimes it's hard to prioritize saving for something that might not happen.
We tend to focus on our immediate needs and wants.
Right. It's human nature to prioritize instant gratification over something uncertain in the future.
Even though we know that emergencies can happen to anyone.
Exactly. Job loss, medical bills, unexpected car repairs. These things can really throw you off track if you're not prepared.
That's where an emergency fund comes in. It's like a safety net.
Right. It protects you from financial hardship and helps you avoid going into debt.
So how much should people aim to save?
The general recommendation is 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses.
But of course, it really depends on your individual situation.
Exactly. Someone with a stable income and good health might need a smaller fund.
Whereas someone with fluctuating income or health concerns might need a larger cushion.
Right. It's all about assessing your personal risk and tailoring the emergency fund to your needs.
And once you've figured out how much to save, where should you keep that money?
You want an account that's easily accessible and earns a decent return.
High-yield savings accounts and money market accounts are good options.
Exactly. You want to avoid investments that could lose value or have penalties for early withdrawals.
Because when you need that money, you need it right away.
Right. And don't forget to check if your employer offers any programs for emergency savings.
Some companies will match your contributions, which is a great bonus.
Definitely. Now, let's move on to another common resolution, paying down debt.
Debt can be a huge burden, both financially and emotionally.
Absolutely. It can limit your freedom and prevent you from reaching other financial goals.
So tackling debt is a crucial step towards improving your overall well-being.
Exactly. The first step is to get a clear picture of your debt situation.
So make a list of all your debts with balances, interest rates, and minimum payments.
Right. That gives you a comprehensive overview and helps you prioritize.
You can then start to develop a strategic plan for repayment.
There are two popular methods for debt repayment, the snowball method and the avalanche method.
They both have different approaches to tackling those debts.
The snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate.
So you get those quick wins and build momentum.
Exactly. It's a great strategy for people who need that extra motivation.
The avalanche method, on the other hand, targets the debt with the highest interest rate.
That way, you save money on interest charges in the long run.
It's a more mathematically efficient approach.
Right. But ultimately, the best method is the one that works for you.
Some people are motivated by quick wins, while others prefer to minimize interest payments.
Exactly. And regardless of which method you choose, consistency is key.
Even small extra payments can make a big difference over time.
It's all about making steady progress towards becoming debt-free.
And if you're feeling overwhelmed by debt, don't hesitate to seek professional guidance.
A financial advisor can help you explore different strategies like debt consolidation or refinancing.
Those can be great options for simplifying your debt and making repayment more manageable.
Absolutely. Now, in addition to saving and paying down debt, there's another important aspect of financial well-being.
Earning more money.
Exactly. Increasing your income can give you more resources to save, invest, and reach your goals.
There are a lot of ways to boost your earning potential.
You could negotiate a salary increase, go for a promotion, explore side hustles, or learn new skills that are in high demand.
It's about being proactive and finding opportunities for financial growth.
Exactly. But financial well-being isn't just about numbers and strategies.
There's also a psychological and emotional component.
Right. Your mindset and your relationship with money can have a huge impact.
Negative associations with money can really hold you back.
Absolutely. It's important to develop a healthy money mindset.
So you can view money as a tool to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life.
Exactly. And financial literacy is a big part of that.
Because when you understand how money works, you can make more informed decisions,
Right. Unfortunately, a lot of people lack basic financial knowledge.
which can lead to poor choices and perpetuate cycles of debt.
Exactly. That's why financial education is so important.
Starting at a young age can set people up for success.
Absolutely. But it's never too late to learn. There are plenty of resources available for adults.
Like online courses, workshops, and books.
Exactly. It's all about finding reputable sources and continuing to educate yourself.
Because financial literacy is an ongoing journey.
Now let's talk about financial planning.
Having a plan is essential for managing your money effectively and reaching your long-term goals.
It's like a roadmap for your financial life.
It helps you prioritize your spending, save for the future, invest wisely, and protect yourself from risks.
Exactly. You need to set financial goals, develop strategies, and track your progress.
Creating a budget, tracking expenses, and making a plan are all important steps.
Right. And it's crucial to review and adjust your plan as needed.
Because your financial situation and goals can change over time.
Absolutely. And a crucial part of financial planning is retirement planning.
It's never too early to start saving for retirement.
The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow.
And the more you can benefit from compound interest.
Right. There are different retirement savings vehicles available, like 401ks, IRAs, and Roth IRAs.
Choosing the right plan depends on your individual needs and goals.
Exactly. And it's important to contribute regularly, even if it's just a small amount.
If your employer offers a matching contribution, definitely take advantage of that.
Absolutely. It's like free money.
Retirement planning is about more than just saving money.
You also need to think about your ideal retirement lifestyle.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to live?
Those factors can guide your decisions and help you create a plan that supports your vision.
Now let's shift gears and talk about communication.
Open communication about money is so important, especially in relationships.
It can prevent disagreements and strengthen your bond.
Exactly. Couples, families, and even individuals can benefit from talking about money.
It's about being transparent and building trust.
Right. And it's important to start these conversations early.
Talking to children about money can help them develop healthy financial habits.
Absolutely. It's never too early or too late to start fostering open communication about finances.
It can help break down those financial stigmas and create a more supportive environment.
Exactly. Now, as we wrap up this part of our discussion, it's important to remember that financial well-being is a continuous journey.
It's not a destination you reach and then you're done.
It's an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and making choices that align with your values.
And it's okay to ask for help along the way. So we've covered a lot of ground on practical steps towards financial well-being. But there's another layer we need to address.
That's right, our mindset. It plays a huge role in how we handle our finances.
You mean how our beliefs and attitudes about money can actually influence our decisions?
Exactly. If you have a scarcity mindset, you're always worried about not having enough.
And that can lead to poor financial choices.
Absolutely. You might be reluctant to invest or spend wisely because you're afraid of losing what little you have.
So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
In a way, yes. On the other hand, an abundance mindset can make a world of difference.
Because you believe there are enough resources and opportunities out there.
Right. You're more confident, more open to taking calculated risks, and ultimately more likely to attract wealth.
So it's not just about managing money, it's about managing your mindset about money.
Absolutely. And a big part of that is developing a healthy relationship with money.
How do we even begin to assess that relationship?
It starts with self-awareness. Take some time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors around money.
So noticing those patterns, like maybe overspending when you're stressed or avoiding looking at your bank statements.
Exactly. Once you identify those patterns, you can start to challenge them.
And replace them with more empowering beliefs.
Right. It's about shifting away from fear and scarcity and embracing abundance.
Viewing money as a tool to achieve your goals and live a life you love.
Absolutely. And you know what can really help with that? Gratitude.
Gratitude for what you already have.
Exactly. It shifts your focus away from what you lack and makes you feel more content.
So you're less likely to overspend or make impulsive decisions.
Right. You're more mindful of your spending and more appreciative of the resources you have.
It's like that saying, want what you have.
Exactly. Now, something that can really sabotage our financial well-being is comparison.
Especially in the age of social media, where everyone seems to be showcasing their perfect lives.
It's so easy to get caught up in comparing your financial situation to others.
And feeling inadequate or envious.
Right. But social media often presents a distorted view of reality.
People rarely share their struggles or the sacrifices they've made.
Exactly. So it's crucial to remember that everyone's journey is unique.
And focus on your own goals and progress, not what someone else is doing.
Absolutely. Celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small.
Those little wins can really boost your confidence and keep you motivated.
Now, something else that's often overlooked in discussions about financial well-being is self-care.
You mean taking care of our physical and mental health?
Exactly. When you're stressed, exhausted, or overwhelmed, it can affect your decision-making.
You're more likely to make impulsive purchases or neglect your financial responsibilities.
Right. So make sure you're prioritizing things like sleep, exercise, healthy eating, and activities that bring you joy.
Because when you feel good, you're more likely to make sound financial choices.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
So in the end, financial well-being is not a finish line you cross.
It's a journey with its ups and downs, and it requires constant learning and adaptation.
And a willingness to ask for help when you need it.
Exactly. But by focusing on both the practical strategies and the mental and emotional aspects, you can create a more secure and fulfilling financial future.
This has been such an insightful conversation. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us.
My pleasure. It's been great talking to you.